component in regards to this thing we call Bouyon music. It's something we've all grown up on, something we all love, no matter where we are in the world. Once we hear that Bouyon music going off, we come from the back and we go to the front of the stage and they're like, okay, that's the Dominican section. So without further ado, once we hear that's the Dominican music going off, we come from the back and we go to the front of the stage and they're like, okay, that's the Dominican section. Once we hear that's the Dominican music going off, we come from the back and we go to the front of the stage and they're like, okay. Thanks and for another day, another year, whatever it is, and for those who celebrate the birthdays and everything. And it's really a pleasure being here with you. See you growing up and right now, great of you. See you growing up indeed as a little youth and see you now interviewing me. And you know the vibe there, you know what I mean? So I have to big you up as my nephew, you know what I mean? Big you up one time. Respect. It's funny, I didn't even think about it like that, but you're right. Like, you see me grow up. When I come down here, come from me that too. Now I'm like, you know? But like, yeah, it's we definitely, so for those that check in on the Facebook and the Instagram, I definitely want to get Unks back for a part 2. But part 1, I want to just showcase and shed some light on what's going on right now in regards to his career, what he's doing, etc. So all the original cowards like myself that are waiting to hear the classic stuff, that's going to be part 2. So I just want to let you guys know that from now, okay? But we're definitely going to talk the talk. And like, you know, it's a pleasure for me, full circle, to come around and be able to interview you, because you've definitely contributed to a lot of my good times at the venue and in life in regards to growing up. So it's definitely a pleasure for me. So first and foremost, I want to say, how are you doing? How doing okay, you know? Yeah, doing okay, you know, giving thanks. And I mean, the amount of stuff that we went through from Erica to Maria to COVID-19. Trust me, that's quite a bit to digest, you know what I mean? So, especially with the Erica and the Maria part, it's quite a bit to digest, you know? What comes as, I don't know if it's icing on the cake or decorations, was the COVID-19. And so, you know, with that said, we kind of pulling through with the situation and making it work, you know what I mean? So, that's where we are, you know, making the best out of the situation. You know, some people are doing much better with the situation than others, but now, you know, it's an ongoing struggle, you know. So that's why it is right now, you know. Right. Okay. Now, like you said, that's something that we're all dealing with, and we've all felt the impact of that, and it's definitely, you know, maybe it's something that may have come at a certain point, but it's definitely helped a lot of us maneuver differently in regards to how we move. Now, I say all that to say this because we now, out of the madness, which is COVID, we've had the creation of Bouyon Kitchen Studios. Yeah. Now, tell the people about that and like how long that's been a work in progress and where we're at with it. Well, Bouyon Kitchen now, we actually started Bouyon Kitchen back in somewhere in the 90s, you know, we started the idea of Bouyon Kitchen, Right. You know, but after I was out of WCK, then we did Raw Rhythm. We had the kitchen going on with Raw Rhythm because the production was done in the Bouyon Kitchen in Raw Rhythm. Right. Then there was a little lull, you know. Yeah. And we just started back, you know, pushing the Bouyon Kitchen and getting the studio back in working, you know, back in our working operations. It's run by my son Ajmal and myself, you know.
Ajmal is the engineer and producer, beat maker, and all the rest of that fancy name that could go with it. So there's where he sits. And the amazing thing about it, is like I've worked with a lot of producers and beat makers and stuff like that, and I have a lot to thank the Most High for, because now, it's happened right on my doorstep where I don't have to be going anywhere, to find a studio, to go into a beat maker guy, or whatever the case may be. Everything, is back home as it used to be,
Right.
But the amazing thing right now is my son living with it.
Yes, that's that's the goal in life, right? Like me, I haven't got no kids yet. It's a work in progress. I'm working on it, trust me. But like the thing you want is, I guess, the biggest after your gift of life, which is you've contributed to creating a child. The next thing is like you'd like to collaborate with your child with what dreams they have. And it's a blessing to see Ashmal get into that, and it feels genuine. It doesn't feel like he was forced into it. It feels like you can see his face, like he's genuinely happy to be doing what he's doing. So, as a proud father, how happy must you be that Ashmal is carrying on the tradition that you originally set up?
Well, the one thing I look at it as is a blessing and a gift. I feel the gift and I feel a blessing because I had no idea that he was going to do. I know the equipment was around, and he was playing around the drums, playing around different stuff, But now I to be honest, I had no idea that he was going to like take on the keyboards and take on like into production and stuff like that, So I have a lot to be thankful for, and these are one of the gifts that I really appreciate that the Most High gave me, and opportunity that He gave me, that I could have Ajmal right here, and we could be doing, the stuff together, that kind of a way there.
Right. Okay, now I wanna for those who don't know, Ashmal, it goes by the name of Skybeat 767. So we have a lot of artists that normally log on. So if you wanna get some good quality production, it's at Skybeat 767. Hit him up. He does a lot of hot beats. Now, one beat in particular he made recently, I was like, yo, that beat is fire. Now, I'm going to play it now, and it's going to take you back to a not so distant, let's say a week ago. It's going to take you back, all right? Let me know if you remember. When that rhythm come on that night, I was like, yo. I messaged Asma one time. I said, yo, kid, I need you to send that beat that way. Like, you performed with Miguel Labadie on the 31st of October, so a week today, I believe, or was it Saturday?
It's Friday. It's last week Friday.
Friday, sorry. Yeah, sorry. My apologies. And, you gave, like, I think the thing with you is, and I think some people may take it for granted, is that you set a certain standard, and it's either you go over it or you stay there. You never go under it. Like, you set a standard that you always adhere to. And during that performance, shout out to Miguel once again, big up yourself, King. It was just evident that one, you rehearsed. Like, you could tell it was something that was well rehearsed. And two, it was just that you and Ajma, I'm going to start calling him Skyle Beats so we can get him the free plugs. So you and Skyle Beats 767, when you two together, it was just like, okay, cool. This is something that could be process that we see as the general public, right? So let the people know about that performance and, you know, what went into that.
Well, the thing is, we had that, excuse my noise there.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
The thing is, we had a project to do, and it was really a little tasking for us because now, I mean, it's a machine got a kind of a unfortunate kind of a situation, and we had to find something else to work with. And we were in the process of like canning the idea because everything we tried wasn't working. And finally, you know, while I was waiting to go on because we had Plan B, which I didn't really like so much. And, you know, we were like, whoa, that's what's going to happen. But, you know, maybe 10 minutes into my performance or somewhere about, you know, 5 minutes, Ajmal shows up, you know, I'd be like, wow, because you don't say, well, you know, that don't look like it's going to work. I'd be like, okay, we'll have to go to Plan B. And when he shows up, I'd be like, okay, you know, something's going to work. He's like, well, yeah, I see, okay, he's going to try it. I'll be like, all right, fine. But, you know, I keep in my fingers crossed on my face. I keep in my boom, you know. Anyway, so basically, that was the whole vibe, you know. So we didn't trip it like that, you know. And you know. So I thought that really, you know, but I didn't really want to see, you know. I like that really, I like that. And he has some other stuff that I know also. Right. And when I heard that one, I felt it, you know. I felt that vibe. You check me. I felt that kind of a punch. I felt that, you know, that energy in it, you know. So, you know, that was it.
Okay. All right. Well, you mentioned two things there, right? Crush Bar. Shout out to my girl Ems that put that together. We had a party last night, and you know, today I was like, okay, I had probably like almost 4 hours of Bouyon music, so let me just clear the palette and let me listen to something else. And on YouTube, I'm watching like a lot of clips from this gig concert called Roll It Loud, which happens in New York. And like, so I tell you, like probably like 90% of the rappers on there, they're rapping over their song that you would hear on radio.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, well, if I'm paying to come see you, I kind of want you to put a bit of effort into your performance.
Yeah.
And you can hear the track playing in the background, and they're almost like doing karaoke to their own song. So that's why I appreciate when I see you perform live, because it's you, the microphone, and the beat. There's no other voice unless you got a backup singer like Miguel, who was backing you up on the night. But it's live. It's how you present it, how it's meant to be heard. So I'm gonna big you up for that, and also I'm gonna big you up for treating Sky on Beat 767 as a professional, because that's gonna make him take the craft serious. Like, you could say, well, you're my son, come along for the ride, I'm doing you a favor, as opposed to, no, you're my son, come along for the ride, but I want you to experience what's happening, and also I want you to get an understanding of the business, because eventually he's going to take the baton from you and run with it. So he needs to know the process now, so when he becomes, with fingers crossed, when he becomes the talent that he's destined to be, we know it's in good hands, you know?
Yeah, well, that's he's not the only one, because I've treated a lot of other youths, other artists, the same way. Show them exactly what is expected of them, what they're supposed to do, or to develop the craft and everything. So I mean, he's my son naturally. Then you gotta do just as good as you're doing it with other people, and even a little better. So. The only thing is that it's unfortunate that unfortunate or unfortunate, whatever you may take it as, because the creator's in charge of everything. He wasn't in the time like in your time to experience, the WCK, raw rhythm. I mean, it's so it's a raw rhythm, but it was quite small at the time, and he didn't get that kind of experience, because there were certain things I would tell him, and I'd be like, okay. And because he didn't really experience it, he did not really see it, For instance, he would be playing some lives, out of the work that I've done before with WCK, and I'll tell him, no, the rhythm guys playing it, they're playing it all wrong. This is how it's done, and he watched me like funny, because but that's how they're playing it. I'd be like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be done, So that way, that's what I'm here now to kind of direct him, show him, how certain things are supposed to be done. I'm not going to be impressing and forcing myself on him as well. Because I let him search and find himself, Because a lot of things that he's doing there now, it has nothing to do with me. It has all to do with his search and his research, and developing on certain things, maybe listening to some past lives that I did, or whatever, but now I cannot really say I'm going to be taking a lot of credit for him being developing to the person that he is, maybe on the genes. But basically, I think he's done a lot on his own, and I need to give him credit for that, for being his person, because I can't program like him, I can't engineer like him, I've never done it, so I want to be paid, you get it from me, the programming and stuff. No, I think certain things is in the genes. So certain things that he does is just like automatic. He's off his own. So I have to give full respect to him. For him, coming across like that.
Yeah, big up Sky Beat 767 each and every time. So with all that being said, so you guys have the situation now, and musically, I'm looking forward to what's gonna be created in the kitchen, because I feel like your voice needs to be heard way more than it is. And that's no disrespect to what's going on, obviously, but a table is a big table. You know, everyone can eat at the same table. But I do feel like the scene needs to hear more raw. Like, we need more raw on the radio. We need more, like, you know, with the virtual stuff, even though it's virtual, but you are touching corners of the world you probably wouldn't touch by just performing at a jam outside back home, you know?
Yeah.
So definitely more beneficial for you because now you're reaching, you know, the clips I was sending you from the performance. I've had people ask me, oh, what's that? I send it to them. They're like, oh, what's going on? I break it down to them. They say, Bouyon, you know, this is one of the main components of Bouyon music. Da, 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 da. So we need more rock, basically, is what I'm saying. We need to hear more rock on the radio. Like, that's I don't know why I'm doing that like I'm a teacher, but we need to hear more rock on the scene, you know, more collaboration, just because, you know, your voice is important. And there's a lot of songs you've done in the past that will speak on when we do this again, where you was delivering a clear message on what's going on, or, you know, you've always had songs that for me, while I may not jump up to them because you might not perform them at the parties, but when I'm in my own zone listening to them, there's a lot of messages that you're conveying in the music, you know? So I just feel like, I'm saying all that to say this, I'm hoping that the kitchen is going to be cooking up some new stuff, and we're going to hear a lot more of Raw, and obviously some Sky Beat 767 production moving forward, you know?
But the thing is, with that thing that Miguel wanted to do, I kind of had my ideas for that because I realized if I'm going to do that, I have to do that, you know, in some way, because now the people who been here for me, you know, for a while, you know, and if they've been here for me for a while in that kind of a way, then, you know, I have to present something for them that, you know, at least they will remember. And the thing is now, they will be seeing me from other guys playing, with the original WCK or the Bouyon Pioneers and stuff like that. But now what you heard there is like all good stuff. It's like original, homegrown stuff, you know? Because just having Ajmal, you know, Sky Beats, my son, right there, you know, and you could hear the freshness in the beats, you know? And that's what I was always talking about, you know? We did a song like, you know, because we did them songs like 20 years ago, 23 years ago, even more, you know? And some news was even born. I wasn't born then. You know? So, when you hear like that, and when he comes and he does certain things and freshen up the beat, you know, like I used to tell guys, you know what, we need to freshen up the beat, freshen up some tunes, we need to freshen up the vibes and stuff like that. But I was like, no, the thing, and I didn't know the whole long story. We'll get into that, I guess, in the next episode.
Yeah.
But, that's what I really wanted, you know, to bring that kind of a freshness. Right, freshness and stuff like that, and I mean, you could hear the fresh tunes, because if I'm going to play back, they're going to have a recording from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
No, 20 years ago, it's alright, you know, still good, but for you, hear a fresh thing, you know, the bushings, you know, everything on a level, you know, just like change the whole game, right? Change the whole game. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was feeling all the time. You know, I feel that kind of a thing how I play in that thing so like I don't karaoke or I know into that kind of a thing. I don't feel that, you know. But not jumping it like that, but no, make people know exactly what you put up. Supposed to be something like, though everything was 100%, but we feel we get, you know, cruise, you know. So that's what, you know, that's why people could feel, you know, when they hear it, they could feel something, because now, and we don't just play for the ears, we play for the heart. You know, you feel it right on there, the soul. That's where we play. That's how I know music play. You know, when you feel it in the soul, naturally, because it processes for the ears, when you hit the soul, register, the body going to move, you know, the feet will move automatically. You're not going to tell it to move, they'll move. You check? So that was the vibe, So that was really amazing and uplifting and inspiring. Because to be honest, I mean, I listen to a lot of the playback of the recording that we do of the performance.
Okay, yeah.
And, I was lucky enough to have a friend. I don't know if I should make everybody know who sent me these clips and cut it up and chop it up. I don't know if it's okay. I should let them know.
Let them know, man. It's fine. It's fine.
I to let them know that is a friend of mine in England that did it for me. Well, it's my nephew actually. He chopped it up and he sent it for me. So I want to pick up Dizzy Freckles for doing that because I think he really has. I mean, I talking about you like you're not there.
I genuinely think someone else.
Yeah, I think he has the music at heart because, I mean, he grew up watching the music develop, so that's like part of his DNA. So, anybody watching the show and understand why is Dizzy, Freckles, he has that kind of a drive, that kind of a passion, is because he grew up in that, grew up understanding the vibe, and it's such a pleasure to see, youth that grew up, from the beginning of the creating of the Bouyon kind of a vibe. Of course, the Bouyon elements have been there before a long, long time, since way back, coming from Africa. Yeah. Because we have the Bele, we have La Kukapit, we have the Jinping and all that, they come right through. And of course, we have the mixture and the blending, or you may want to call it fusion, of which is some like confusion to me. That's why I call it Bouyourize. We Bouyourize the whole vibe.
Okay, we like that, yeah.
Yeah, we Bouyourize it, We Bouyourize, Bouyourize it, we Bouyourize it.
That's right.
And so we have hip-hop elements and stuff like that. So, watching you grow up and, seeing that the whole thing develop, is a real pleasure to see how you absorb the whole vibe and other youths coming and picking it up, so you could know that is, I don't know, man, it's a mind. I don't know if it's a whole mind, I don't know if it's a diamond mind, I don't know, or if it's aggregate, but, it has value, you check me, and it looks to me like either a diamond mine, a gold mine, a silver mine, all of them, sand mine, all of them in one, is a whole Bouyon of other thing, some elements and stuff like that. So that's why I feel about it. That's why Bouyon music is so strong. A while ago I was listening to something and I'd be like, Ajmal, that sounds like some Bouyon. I say Finger and Lions was on a really nice chicken. That really, when I hear that nice chicken, I say, well, that's 100% Bouyon. So I think we need to mind our business here. We definitely need to mind our business here. So there's where we're at. So as I say, at the beginning of the conversation, it's really a pleasure to see the passion that you take with it, and working with it and stuff like that, and setting up the vibe. I really appreciate it, and the youth and coming up, taking that kind of love there for it, and really, grabbing the vibes of it, So I really feel a strong kind of a vibe, I really feel a strong vibe of it, and it's really a pleasure, as I said before. I almost lost of words, to really describe how I'm so passionate and feel so patriotic about, elated and all the kind of words that you could use to see, every youth in Dominica, and even in the foreign lands, the way they embracing the whole Bouyon movement,
Yeah.
So it's really a pleasure,
Yeah, man. I genuinely thought you were talking about someone else. I was like, yeah, go ahead, big up. Like, it's an open platform. You want to big up, we don't hold no. And he just threat back to me. I was like, this guy's out of control, man. I grew up, as you said, in it. I've seen, I don't want to go too much into it because it's kind of like second part territory, but I remember the days where it was like it was either Team CK or Team Serenade. There was no in between. It was one or the other. And I used to hear that. Now, obviously, there's little bits of, you know, when you do your research, you find out where soca was originally made, etc., etc. But like certain, you think of reggae, you think of Jamaica. My purpose in this, being a DJ, but first of all, a lover of the genre, is I have to make people aware and let them know that this thing that it's called Bouyon is from Dominica. Like, it could be replicated other places, but it's born in Dominica. That's Dominica's child. Like, regardless of what happens, till the end of time, way past me and you being on Earth, Bouyon music is always going to be originated from Dominica. So I'm playing my part to promote the sounds, and I have to let people know this, and we'll have to do our bits, you know. Like, at the party last night, I need to big up Remstar, big up Mr. Mention, big up Sweetness, big up Digger D, myself. We were all DJing last night, and it was just, I took a moment just to understand, like, there's all these Dominicans in this party. A lot of them I knew. Big up Banan. Banan was in the party last night. Big up yourself. And it was just beautiful to see that Bouyon music was played like 85% of the night. The rest of it was a little bit of zouk, a little bit of, soca was probably 5%, but it was mainly Bouyon music. And I think without us saying it, we kind of knew as DJs collectively that we want this night to be about independence and Bouyon music, you know? And I think that for the new generation that are coming through, this takes me back to my previous point, that they need to hear more of you. Like, they need to understand that you are fundamentally a pillar in why they are doing this thing they're trying to do. They're trying to make a career out of this, and you are the reason why they are able to have something to aspire to. Because, you know, there's a lot of players in the game, and I'll mention them, like, you know, another time. There's a lot of players in the game. But you are one of the main reasons why a lot of the youths nowadays are waking up and saying, I want to be a performer, I want to make Bouyon music. They've got the technology, they want to make it, you know. So that's why I want you to get your flowers while you're still here. And I feel that it's paramount that you are putting out music in this current time so that they can understand. And then obviously they'll go back to the previous stuff. It's only natural. You read one book by an author, you go back and read their other books. I think it's very paramount that they hear rap in the streets, performing, radio, this, that, and the third, so they understand, okay, that's the source. I need to show this guy respect and try and pick his brain and understand how to maneuver in this thing and become better. Because in my eyes, you are the best performer to come out of Dominica. I humbly say that. I want you to get your flowers. And we have a lot of good performers. I think Shelly is definitely, he's going that way. Shelly's something else. I want you to get your flowers. Benji. And we have a lot of good performers. Well. I think Shelly is definitely, he's going that way. I think Shelly's something else. Obviously, we've got Benji. Benji is up there as well.
But the thing is, like,
for me,
you mentioned Banan, and that just reminded me, like, Ajmal has been working with Banan's son. Because when the guy came there, you know, he came there, they'll be, why don't know me? I'm like, no, tell me well. But you know my father? I'm like, who's your father? Banan. I'd be like, yeah, Banan is your father. He'll tell me, well, yeah. And he's working, he's doing some tracks there, and Ajmal is working with him on them as well, you know. So, having said that, you know, of course we have to big up all the artists, you know, those that are up and coming, those that, you know, established already. And, you know, it gave me a great pleasure and, you know, make me feel like, you know, I kind of achieve and have accomplished something, meaning that to do music that, you know, the whole of the, you know, love. Because, for instance, I was last night in a party, you know, wedding, you know, wedding reception and stuff.
Right.
And then when I put on some music and stuff like that, and it was all right. You know, first of all, some Bouyon music was playing and everybody was on the floor and everybody getting down and everything and everybody nice. Then you change it up a little bit and put some other stuff and you see the crowd kind of scatter about, you know, scattering. I'm like, okay, I'm my monitor in the vibe.
Yeah.
Then the Bouyon music come back on, I see what, that's, the music is very magnetic.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that from the get-go, you know, because you talk about like the lyrics that I've created, already penned or inspired by the side to like, you know, conduit out. And you see the lyrical content. But back in the day, people used to say, "Oh, you might play now rock music," because no, they're not listening to what I said at the time because the rhythm at the time was so hot. You check? I mean, right now, and the speed, right now, you check the speed. We used to be doing like 140 something, 150 something, you know. Right now, you check the speed right now. You check? Yeah, and they used to find it was fast and it was this and whatever. But now we see the kind of a speed. But what happened is that now is the way, you know, people gravitated towards the Bouyon music. I mean, that it was a pleasure for me to just pull up and just like watch the scene, you know, because a lot of people know me, but there are a lot of people that don't know me, you know, and they see me in the sport and they don't know who I am. Okay? Because as for yesterday, you know, that was sport when I go to SM, you know, some youths they see me there. So, you know, they don't know who I am, I'm not gonna be I this, I that and stuff like that. You know, they'll find out for themselves. And finally yesterday, after going there for a couple of years, you know, and getting to know that youth. When you get to know that it was me doing them checking, like, what? You know, it's like it's so close, you know, and don't know, you know. It's like touching whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever precious metal or whatever, you know, whatever treasure, you know, it's right there, but you don't know it's there, you know, as they say, hidden in plain sight. You know, it's right there. You don't know, you know, so that in itself, you know, showed me exactly what's happening. And you made another point about people wasn't here. But no, what was happening is that no, to create, you have to have that gelling, you have to have that kind of, you know, how you call it, you have to meet somebody, you have to culminate, you have to gel, you have to synergy or whatever word they may use for that. Yeah? And if you don't have that, it cannot happen.
Right.
You must have that because the same energy you would find is because the kind of a vibe that I'm flowing between Ajman and myself. That's why that energy could transcend to the people. But no, short of that, you'll be playing some guys and it can't happen because no, one guy playing one way, one day, and the music not together. But no, you could check with the two of us. I mean, there's the two of us. And you could feel, you know, the energy was cutting like a knife, you know, through here. You know what I mean? You could feel the knife when it passing like it cutting through here, you know what I mean? So that was the kind of a vibe. And I didn't really want to rush it to say, okay, rushing to go and do a song, rushing to go and do a song.
Okay.
It's just waiting, you know, not to waiting too long, you know, but just waiting, you know, so to just make everything, you know, it's like the earth and the stratas, you know, you can't force it to make itself. It just have to make itself, you know. The different structures just have to make itself, you know. And it's like that. It's like a natural process, a natural progression. So, you know, so now when I want to go, so you want to say, oh, yeah, we have this and we have that, you know. You most able to direct the vibe and, you know, the people and them will, you know, eventually get what they need, you know, because, you know, we leave it over to the most side to direct, you know, because, you know, you see man does plan, but the creator is the best of planners, you know, so you give it to the most side to direct your path, you know, to order your steps and stuff like that, you know, because I believe totally in the most high. I believe in loving the most high for your heart and soul, and to love your brother just like how the most high love you, you know, because it don't make sense you love him like you love yourself, because sometimes some people don't love themselves, you know, but if you love your brother like how the most high love you, you're pretty much on your way. So basically, that's the vibe, you know, so it's a work in progress.
Okay, all right. Now I appreciate that. I think the people that are locked in on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll probably see this later on. They will, I think they'll feel happy to hear that there's definitely things in the works, but you're obviously taking your time with it. Yeah, we look forward to hearing that, man. Yeah, we look forward to hearing that, because I know you got a lot more to share with us, even though your body of work is as long as time itself, but we definitely know that you got more to give us, and with Skybeat 767, I know he's cooking up a lot, because every time I hit him up, I'm like, yo, King, I need that rhythm. He's like, yeah, I'm going to studio later, I'll get it for you, I'll go there. And then, he might not hit me up, and I'm like, all right, he's probably had a good session that night, so he probably forgot. So, and then he hit me up like, yo, check your inbox. I was like, okay, rhythm's there. So, it's good. I'm happy that you're in that space now where you've got someone that is close to you to allow you to create as and when you want to. You got your own space. You can create as and when you want to. And I think in the future, the scene is gonna appreciate and benefit from that a lot moving forward. And the performance that we speak of, I think that definitely raised a lot of eyebrows. And when I was checking the Facebook comments, because I'm always between YouTube and Facebook, I want to see what the people are saying in the comments and stuff. A lot of people was definitely like, yo, man, this is giving me that feeling that I'm missing, that feeling that I had many, many, many years ago when I was probably at parties I shouldn't be at, but I'm getting that feeling again. And there's only very few things that can give you that feeling. It's like a movie, or you meet a childhood friend or stuff like that. So it definitely raised eyebrows. And like I said, because it's virtual, it's reaching more people. It's because if you're on YouTube and you type in Bouyon mix, next thing the algorithms are going to start giving you a lot of things Bouyon related, and then your performance might pop up, and then they'll be like, oh, I didn't know. So we look forward to it. What's coming out of Bouyon Kitchen Studios, we'll patiently wait for that. We'll patiently wait for that, man. I'm gonna big up Cartel before I forget. Let me big up DJ Cartel. Shout out to DJ Cartel each and every time. He's also keeping the vibe alive up in Atlanta.
Right.
So big up Cartel, man. Never forget Cartel. So big him up. All right, then so what in regards to the scene, what's your hope for the scene moving forward? I feel there's a couple whispers about 2022. A certain party might be happening around February, March. A certain little party that does normally happen. But moving forward, what's your hopes for the scene? What do you want for Bouyon music?
Well, the thing is, I just want to see Bouyon music just expand and flourish all over. Being recognized as the genre that it is. I know it has a lot of potential. After you could see how it's spreading. I mean, you cannot have a super beat right now without Bouyon elements. It's not going to work. Everybody jumping on that it's like a horse they want to ride. So you could see the development of Bouyon music. I think we're getting there. We're not there yet, but no, we're pretty much getting there. I mean, people understand, the vibe about Bouyon. So you could see, it's spreading bit by bit and, really working out, We'll see the development of it as we go along because, there's a lot of youths into Bouyon music and it's working out, it's working out, yeah.
Do you think we're that far away from where in your head you want us to be? Do you think we're that far away from that point you think we should be at?
It's not very far away. It's just that we need to cooperate more as the musicians, the DJs, everybody involved in scene. I understand, and especially you say, okay, you are going to wait on government, but no, government has their part to play because it's culture, and culture identifies you as yourself, the uniqueness about you, I think the government need to step in. The Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of Culture, trade, commerce, because it brings in. We need to have this thing as an industry and treat it as it is an industry, and see how we could subsidize little areas that we need to subsidize, and to boost it up. Because I myself, I did my part in subsidizing musicians, artists, you just name it, to make sure that it rise up. Because now, if I think to myself, if I didn't really make that kind of investment, I don't think it would have reached, the youths, and then it would have cut out at some point. But because now we connect with the next generation and the next generation, because I was having that talk with Ajmal as well, I tell him, well, remember, one day I get older, one day you get older too, so you're getting older. That's why when you're born, they never ask you how young are you, they ask you how old are you, because from the time you're born, they consider old, So now you have to get ready for the next generation, and be able to palette, simply to stay connected, stay connected, and get that vibe with them, get what they want and stuff like that. Make them keep the foundation, but now you don't always innovate. But make it innovate in the right way. Don't make it be a way where it becomes kind of it losing value and stuff like that. You want it to gain value all the time. You want it to be going up and up and up and up, not reach at the level after dropping. You want it going up and up and up. So that's what we need to really do. And there's where I see the whole Bouyon movement as it is going. Because to me, Bouyon is a way of life. Bouyon is a way of life. It's a complete way of life. It has to do with your religion. You can Bouyoize your religion. You can put a little Christian. You can put a little Muslim. You can put a little everything that you can within the formula. Same way, it's like anything else. You just Bouyoize the whole vibe, and because the whole religion part there is to love. And without love, you're not getting anywhere. So it's the way. I mean, just like the music in Bouyon. You put everything in the formula, be hip hop, dancehall, anything I can go to the formula, you put it there because that's what it is, Afrobeats, whatever it is,
This is
Afro with all the elements and make it work. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's definitely the Afrobeats and Bouyon. It's definitely like cousin. That definitely.
It's a family. It's a family that there. It's a family because now follow us all the way from Africa,
Yeah.
That's why when you hear Afrobeats, now you're hearing us in Afrobeats. Yeah. When you hear Bouyon, they hear in themselves in Bouyon. That's how it is. No doubt. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with you. I do feel there are some things that is being missed in regards to the packaging of our festivals. For example, Carnival. I do feel that it could be packaged better. I do feel like, for an example, shout out to my fellow Manchester United supporter, DJ Snow. For example, Snow, he's another person who's doing his bit to keep the sound alive and pumping. I just feel like sometimes, I feel at times, someone like Snow should be contacted by the people in those positions in office, government, and say, hey, we need you to do a little sampler for Carnival 20, whatever it's going to be. 2022, fingers crossed. We need you to do a little sampler for that, and that's something that needs to be filtered out throughout the Caribbean and package it as like, welcome to Dominica. We're getting ready for Mass 2022, and here is a sample of what you can expect when you get here. And just fuse the little things, get some new music from artists, and you're not playing too much of the song because obviously they want to perform it, but you sample like a minute or so, a verse or chorus out. Obviously, you put the essential elements in there, and just there's more. I feel there's more that could be done to not just for me. You're not doing it for me because I will come back for carnival any time of the day, twice on a Sunday. So you're not doing it for me, but you're doing it for the people that are thinking, where can I go this time of the year and get some nice vibes? Right, and that's where that comes in. When you land in the airport, it's all that going on. You're like, oh man, we've definitely come at the right time. Music's playing, and this, that, and the third. So, if anyone in the government wants to give me a job, at Juicy Freckles, hold up, man, got some ideas. But anyway, back to Uncle Derick. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up now, yeah. But is there anything you want to tell the people? Because we're gonna do this again. So for those of you that just joined us, shame on you, but we're gonna do this again, and this time we're gonna go into more of the archive, legendary stuff that that has taken place. But we're speaking about the current state, speaking about Bouyon Kitchen Studios, what they're cooking, Skybeat 767, all that stuff. Is there anything you want to tell the people before we jump out of here?
Well, what I want to tell the people is that keep on supporting your artists, keep on supporting your DJs, keep on supporting your different events and stuff like that, and support one another. Very, very important. Because some people is decide, okay, they want to support this one and they want to try their best to bring down this one now, because we already struggle together, and you cannot be bringing down someone to believe that you're going to bring up another one.
Yeah.
Because if you take one matchstick, and I think that illustration goes wrong so many times. If you take one matchstick and you could just break it, but you put a few together and you try to break it, it's very difficult. So what it means now, when you're together, you're stronger. If you have $1, you just have $1. But you put 5 in it, you have 6.
You have 6.
Put another 5 in it, you got 11.
There you go.
Then your buying power is stronger, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's what we need. We need to be together. Not just saying it arbitrarily, unity is the key and stuff like that, and just talking, talk is cheap, As we say, action expensive, but talk is cheap. We don't want to just have some cheap talk. We want to have some action. We need to have some action there, and we need to work together. Not just talking, and just talking, because you talk about like store and stuff like that, and you have a whole other set of DJs, but they need to understand exactly how this thing works.
Right. Okay.
It's not putting down a set and lifting up a set.
Yeah.
It's lifting up everybody,
Yeah.
Lift up everybody, because you personally might be a fan of that artist, but there are other people that love that artist.
This is true. True. True.
So you can be pressing another artist that have his work to push and you're not pushing. Of course, the work have to be, up to a certain level.
Yeah.
So a certain standard.
Yeah.
But at the same way, you need to push everything. You know what I mean? Because when you look at artists around the world, and we have a ton of artists who doing reggae, who doing dancehall, who doing this, who doing that. But we're talking about Bouyon music right now, so our preferences on Bouyon. But now, artists on the whole, DA artists, you push them.
Yeah.
You as a DJ, you push different artists and stuff like that, and not because someone is your favorite for you to be pressing and giving them bad press.
Yeah.
I think it's very distasteful. What some people do. That's why you find it have a little pocket here, a little pocket here, a little pocket here, and we win. You know what I mean? A lot of people watch us and take us for a joke because they see, oh boy, they're fighting among themselves, so and we are the enemy, so it's easier for us because they're fighting among themselves, But if they come and they see, oh, everybody together and we moving together, then they will get more respect. So, and the climate in Dominica tells that a lot. If you look carefully, in DA and maybe other places in the world as well, but now I can talk about DA because I'm right there and I'm witnessing it.
Yeah.
But you see, people see that, the DA people, they're weak in certain areas, and especially in getting together and standing up, that they just manipulate them and just like, just blow them wide open because that's what they're lacking. Being together, and understanding, and understanding your enemies and understanding your enemies' move. You check? So that's what it is now. So we need to take care of our business. As I say, we need to mind our business. On that note, That's not my final words, but that's some of my parting words for now.
All right. Now you're right. As DJs, we have to play for the crowd. We're not playing for ourselves. If we want to play for ourselves, I can do that in my bedroom right now, have a little party. But when you're being hired to play at a function, you have to play everything, regardless of who you like and who you don't like. You have to play to the crowd because, like you said, someone's a fan of something that you're probably not a fan of that they want to hear. And yeah, that's all over the world. Trust me, that's one of our biggest things as problems, or probably the biggest thing, is the lack of unity amongst us. Like, if we really thought about it and we came together, I mean, the world's scared of us already. But if we came together as one unity, the world would really be scared of us, So, I appreciate you sharing those words. Shout out to everyone on Facebook that's logged in. Shout out to everyone on Instagram that's checked in. I see Clint H is checked in. Big up yourself, Clint, each and every time. I keep checking for you to come on, Clint. I'm gonna hit you up again. I'm gonna hit you up again, okay? I'll big up Sky on B767. Big up Ashmar doing his thing. Shout out to everyone that's gonna be associated with Bouyon Kitchen Studios moving forward. And last but not least, the man of the hour, day, week, month, year, century, however you want to put it. I want to pick you up, Aunt. I appreciate your contribution to not just the music, but to me, because, I've seen a lot of things thanks to you. I've seen a lot of beautiful women thanks to you. I've had good times thanks to you. I've lived some of my best moments in life thanks to you. So I want to give you your flowers now while you can still smell them, while you can still hold them. We're definitely going to do a part 2, and we're going to deep dive into the classic moments that you've had, which are many. Thank you for your time. And yeah, stay blessed, stay healthy, and there's a few ideas I've got for you. I don't want to say on the live because people like to listen and they might try to run and do it before you. So I've got a few ideas for you that I want to share with you. So I'll speak to you after about that. But once again, I appreciate you for coming on our platform. I love Bouyon TV. This is another episode with the legendary, original, for everything else you want with that, the original Avenger, Mr. Derick Peters. Everyone stay blessed, stay happy. Unity is the key. The episode with the legendary, original, okay? For everything else you want with that, the original Avenger, Mr. Derick Peters. Everyone stay blessed, stay happy. Unity is the key. Drink your water, mind your business, stay black, and everything else will follow, okay? We're out of here. Until next time, peace. Respect. All right. More strength, more power. And thanks for having me on the show. And thanks to everybody who listening. And those who listen in the future. What's up, everyone? My pleasure. Big up. All right, I'll speak to you in a bit. All right. Yes.